Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Technical Analysis Made Simple. If you are new to this channel, I would like to highlight the organization. Here we have 3-step analysis. This is a weekly market update series where we try to understand what were the major events last week and we create a view for the next week. So please follow this. Chart patterns, this is a playlist for this current series that is going on. The first video that is on channels, we will be doing that today. Apart from that, there are videos on candlesticks, learner series, beginner series. You can explore these and please subscribe to the channel for regular updates. In this video, we will be discussing the first pattern, that is channels. Channels are the simplest patterns to spot and to trade. So the agenda for this video will be, first we will understand how the channels look like, that is the visual depiction. What type of pattern is this, that is it a reversal or continuation? We will also consider how to see volumes here, trade plan and examples. So channels can be of three types, that is rising channel, horizontal channel and falling channel. A perfect channel will have two defined parallel lines. Normally they are parallel, however they can be a little slanted at times, a little. Otherwise mostly they are in a parallel channels. So the price will move in a very organized fashion. So for example, it will go, take resistance here, come down, take support here and so on. In a horizontal channel, it is a very easy to spot and the price is basically moving in a range here. In a falling channel, the price will keep falling but in an organized manner. If you are not sure about support and resistance, there is a video on that. Please do check that from the playlist. I will put the link here. This is an example of rising channel, just to give you a visual depiction. So see how price goes up, comes down, takes support here, goes up, take resistance here, and so on. So even when the price looks like it is moving in a random fashion, it is actually not. There are structures which form and we can take advantage of them for our trading purpose. Now let's try to understand the characteristics of the channels and the trading rooms. So the channels can be of three types as we discussed. The rising channel is considered bullish setup. So if we go back to this example, if a bullish channel is already established, you have already established that, then every time when price comes to this support level, you should look at buying and you should avoid buying at these levels. Even if you are not selling it, even if you want to hold it for a longer term, you should avoid buying here. When price again retraces back, try to buy here again and so on, and you can just keep riding the trend till this is maintained. So let's say if you buy here and somewhere here this channel is broken, you can book your profit and just exit. These are observed across all time frame, from as small as 5-minute time frame to as long as monthly time frame. If you can spot a great channel in a monthly time frame, then you can ride years and years of trends. A horizontal channel is considered neutral setup because it can be a continuation pattern or a reversal pattern depending on how the volume setup and what does the activity inside the channel look like. So generally horizontal channels are created at two places, that is during accumulation and distribution phases. So if it is an accumulation phase, price generally tends to go higher from there. If it is in a distribution phase, price will fall from there. A thumb rule is, even if you don't want to figure out or if you are not able to figure out where the price will break, you can just keep trading inside the channel and then you can take necessary steps whichever side the channel breaks. So for example, again in this setup, suppose if price falls down here, then you know that the setup is now gone. This setup is no longer valid. So you should exit here. But suppose if price start moving higher, angle of rise started increasing and price breaks on the higher side, then you know that even a stronger movement is coming up. You can still ride that. So whichever side the price breaks, it tends to go that side with a higher momentum. Now trading rules. Trading rules, again, I will discuss with respect to this. So the trading rule says that you short here, that is you sell here, and you buy at support. So simple, buy at support, sell at resistance. Now suppose you don't want to sell, as I discussed earlier, only buy, then consider all the buys or try to accumulate this share always when it comes to a support level. And if you see a falling channel, we will see the example. If you see a falling channel, then you should look to short it at the resistances. Okay? In a neutral setup, that is a horizontal channel, you can do both. Now let's go to examples. So this is an example of rising channel. This is the same chart, and this is the chart of JSW Energy. It's a recent chart, daily time frame. So let's try to consider volume also here. If you see all these support levels, they have huge volumes. See here, this is the volume bar, this is the price bar. If you see here, it is huge volume. What does this indicate? This indicates that there is someone who is accumulating at these support levels, right? Because normal buying won't give rise to this kind of behavior. Similarly, if you see at the resistance level, the volumes decreases. If you see this red bar, this does not have volume as much as these green bars, correct? If you go back, you see on this green bar. This green bar is not a very bullish bar, but then price did not go down. And there is high volume, which means that someone was buying here. This whole selling pressure was absorbed here. And that's the reason it again went up with this huge volume burst. See here also there is huge volume. So this is how you can try to consider with respect to volumes. If volumes start decreasing on these levels, and then you find that there is increasing selling pressure, then ultimately it will break down. But even if you are not able to decode how volumes look like, or you are not very sure about volumes, then you can just ride the price, and wherever it breaks, you can just exit. Suppose you would have ridden this particular setup, you would have gone from 44 rupees to 64 rupees without doing anything. You just have to follow the rules. That's it. Now see, this is next example. This is example of Venky's. This is just before the crash came in February. So let's try to understand this. This is a well-defined range. Okay? If you consider from this place, its price is moving in a range. This area is a fake breakout. Price came back inside the range. So see, here whenever you see these top levels, there is always a selling pressure, correct? Even if you consider these two candles, this candle has volume, but this candle is a negative candle and it has even higher volume, which means the share was being dumped here. If you see this candle, here also there was very high volume, which means sellers are present here. Here also sellers are present. So this gives you an indication that price will ultimately move down only. If you are suppose holding this share from a very long time, on all these levels you should be looking at booking your profits and not buy. At least you should not buy at these points. Even if you buy on these support levels, your stop loss will be very small and you would not make any losses here. So you could have traded this channel, I'm not denying that, but then going by the volume consideration here, you should be very careful about it. See, this is again a candle at a resistance level, high volumes, closing below the mid level, sellers presence. Here also sellers are present. Ultimately price went down and then it broke, retested and gone. I hope these pointers are clear. Now see, this is an example of falling channel. This is also very interesting chart. This is a chart of GNFC, recent chart. Let's consider this chart. See, price went up, took resistance here, started falling, took support here, went up, took resistance here. So once these 2 points, you need 2 points to draw a trend line, right? So let's say you draw a trend line here, you draw a parallel line here. I will show in the trading view how you can draw a parallel line. So once you do this and it is established, now since the stock is falling, you should be looking at shorting opportunities only. Avoid buying here, because if you see the moves, see the down moves are much stronger. See the big red candle, single day declines. Here also see how quickly the price falls and it rises very slowly. Here also see big fall, short rise. This is not even a rise, this is a sideways market. But what is interesting here, in a falling channel, always try to spot for change in trend and be patient. You should not enter earlier. See, this is a weekly chart. We are considering it from 2014 and now there has been a change in trend. How do I know that? See, the price was falling and it was going in a well-defined manner. But if you see this low, this did not even reach the low of this falling channel, which means that there is something brewing up, correct? Now ultimately it broke out from here and there was a swift momentum. This was the first indication. Where did the confirmation come? The confirmation come, if you remember, in the Dow theory, you need a set of higher highs and higher lows. If you consider from here, this is a low, this is a low, this is a low, this is a low, and these are the highs. There is a set of higher high and higher low, which means the stock which was going in a downtrend has now changed into uptrend. So one can keep a stop loss here and take a trade here. Mind you, this is not a recommendation. I am just doing this for a study purpose and how to analyze things. Okay. So I hope the examples of channel is very clear here. Now let's go to trading view and try to figure out how we can plot channels. Okay, I am considering the same chart here and we will plot this now. I'll remove all the lines first. Okay, see. So first of all, you need a trend line. There has to be a trend, right? So let's draw a trend line. This is a trend line. Now what you do is, you right click and do clone. You get a parallel line. You drag that. And you don't have to force fit it. If it fits, then it's fine. See here it fits very well. This is the first touch point, second touch point, third touch point. This is a valid parallel line. Now for this part, the change in trend, how can you do this? Again the same process. Take a trend line. For uptrend, we draw the trend line from below. I have a video on trend lines also, do check that out. See, this is a perfect trend. First touch point, second touch point, third touch point, fourth touch point. Consider how price bounced from here. And we know that on Monday there was a big fall. Still price is not ready to go down and it bounced from here, which means now going forward, this trend line is very important for this particular chart, right? And it is again moving in a channel. See, this is the channel. This channel is not validated yet because we do not have two touch points as of now, but this can go and take a resistance here. Now, how does this trend line help us? The above trend line. It is approximate level where the price can take resistance. So here it was falling on a downward channel. Now it is going in an upward channel. Lower trend line is validated. It has 3 touch points. And now again when price comes here, it will take support there. And this upper trend line, since it has given resistance once, this can also be considered as a resistance. Whenever price goes and touch here, it will take resistance again. So you have to be careful about it. In case someone is looking to buy it, all the buys should be done at this support level because those will be the low risk entry. I'll give you an example. Let's say price starts going up. You enter somewhere here around 280 levels. Then price will fall here. to let's say 250 levels, you are making a 10% loss right away. And if price breaks below, you will have to exit because this will be acting as your dynamic stop loss and you are at a loss of 10%. This does not make sense, correct? When price goes up, comes to this point, you get a good candle. Let's say this one. This is a bullish engulfing candle pattern. Now on this candle pattern, if you have made an entry, this is a perfect entry. Your stop loss can be kept below this. The closing price of this candle was 227 and your stop loss will be somewhere around 180. So 40 rupees stop loss. And if it starts going up, if you reach 280, let's say example, then here you are earning 60 bucks and 40 rupees stop loss. When the price came back here, you could have shifted your stop loss. So your stop loss is now around 200. So you have already reduced your risk. Trading is all about risk management. You just keep trailing and riding this trend till wherever it goes. I hope this video was useful. Let me know in the comment section if you like this. Please subscribe to this channel. Share the video so that maximum people get benefited from this. And let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Thank you so much.